Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited that you're joining me as I have three different unboxings to bring to you today. The three books I'm sharing with you, one is a Golden Age comic book, one is a Bronze Age comic book, and one is a modern comic book. But what they all have in common, besides the central character, is the fact that you hardly ever see these books unboxed on other folks' unboxing collection videos. So I'm excited to be sharing these with you and to add them into my collection. Before I go any further though, I do want to give a special shout out to Jeff Schultz. Jeff is now on Instagram, Chicago_Schultzy on IG. Jeff created the negative space Wonder Woman image that you saw as the thumbnail for this video, and he did a fantastic job, and I appreciate him letting me use that in this special video. So make sure to go check him out on Instagram. We'll have some other new and recent subscriber shoutouts coming before this video wraps up. Two of the three packages that I have to open for you come from Canada. And as the custom form says, used magazines. I kind of blushed hoping my postmaster and my postal carrier didn't mistakenly think that might be something else. You're going into fast forward mode. There's fire inside here. Let's open it up. Maybe you saw a little peek of that in fast forward mode, but we're kicking it off in a big way. Sensation Comics number 82. I'm not even kidding you. Sensation Comics, any issue with Wonder Woman, was my most wanted comic book of 2020 in my top 12 goal list. I can't believe that I've achieved this. This is the only Sensation Comics Volume 1 that I own. Obviously, this is low grade, but even low grade, these things go super expensive. I am so stoked to actually have this book. This is from October of 1948. It's now the oldest book in my collection. You can instantly tell that's H.G. Peter art there. Inside, there's a little bit of tape on the inside corner. So I'm probably not going to send it into CGC to get graded because I don't want to get a restored label on it. But this price was probably the best deal that I have seen for a Sensation. As a matter of fact, after I bought it, I went into the eBay history and I saw this exact same issue in much worse condition that went $25 to $30 higher than what I paid. I got this with shipping well under $100, which for a Sensation comic that isn't coverless or cover detached is almost unheard of. I am so super psyched to finally have this. This is bucket list material for me. When I was a little kid, I remember thinking that I would never have a Sensation comic book. But I also thought, man, if I did, then I really would have made it as a collector. Now, keep in mind, I was about 10 years old when I thought that too. But just the fact that I can still remember where I was when I had that thought. And now I actually have one. This is too cool for school, as they would say. And you know what we can do? There is something we can do to make this even better. Watch this. Well, dropping it a little bit was not part of the original plan, but before I show you what I was about to, I'll show you the inside tape that's shown. It's not that bad. Oh, I got a little bit of a shadow there. Little bit of tape on the inside, but not bad at all. Now let me show you what we can do to make this book even better right now. Here we go. We'll put it in its own Mylar. Let that Mylar magic work its wonder. Wow, this is really kicking in now. I mean, I knew the book was coming. It did come from Canada. It took a little while too, but it made it here. It's part of my collection now. Lifelong bucket list, goal, and dream. I can't wait to read it. I'm beyond happy to have this. Just well beyond happy. I've had some other friends say too, well, if you get one Sensation comic, you'll just want to get them all. I know that realistically and financially that's not feasible. I'm quite happy with my one. Not that I'm going to turn down any opportunities if they do present themselves to add more sensation to my collection, but just the fact that I have one means everything to me. The Brain Pirates from the Inner Moon World, Sensation Comics number 82, our first unboxing. Don't think I'm done with great stuff though, because we're going to put you back into fast forward mode and open up this package. All right, let's bring you a big reveal to show you what we have. This also comes from Canada. This is Wonder Woman, the Heritage French edition, issue number 5 from 1976. And of particular interest to this issue, what I love about it is the cover was never a US cover of a Wonder Woman comic book. This book actually reprints Wonder Woman Volume 1, issue number 229 in black and white and in French. But the cover image that you see is from the opening splash of issue number 225, and it never was a cover even for issue number 225. So to see that image used for a totally different comic book, to see the lasso miscolored orange, is just makes it kind of special, if you ask me. And I've actually have a copy of this book already. I've bought one before and I've gifted it to someone else. And anytime I see this book, and if it's in my price range, I make sure to snag it up because you don't see it quite often. And I'm super excited to have another copy of it. Wonder Woman number 5, the Heritage French edition from 1976. And then in the back, they included a Superman trading card. Which is pretty awesome. All right, we got one left, and it is the Modern Age book. That's pretty hard to find, and we're going to unbox that for you now. You're going back into fast forward mode. Check this out, as Comic Fu would say. That is Wonder Woman 77 meets the Bionic Woman, the VA Comic-Con exclusive version, gold. Only 500 of these were ever printed. I am stoked to have one of these. Mike McCone is the artist for this. In addition, they had other variants where the gold back here and in the lettering was replaced, where the lettering was done in red foil, blue foil, and silver foil. The red, blue, and silver foil ones were limited to 100 copies each. But they just had a plain white background. They didn't kind of have the gold in the background, gold and yellow like this one does. I actually think this one pops a little bit more, and I like it a little bit better. I wouldn't mind getting the 100 editions, but the fact that they're just different color of the foil in the logo, if I don't get them, that's not that big of a deal. If I can find them at a remarkable steal, yeah, I'll add them to the collection. But if not, that's okay too. Mike McCone is the artist for this. Super stoked to have this. Usually, if you can find this, it's super expensive and usually part of a lot, or it's signed by Lindsay Wagner. But I actually have a copy for the PC now, and I couldn't be more pleased. So let's take a look again at what we've unboxed today. The Wonder Woman meets the Bionic Woman. The French Wonder Woman import comic book. And in that Mylar Magic Sensation Comics number 82. While I have you here, let's also give a shout out to some new and recent subscribers to my channel. Evan Shimko, Crazy Clown, and that's a K for crazy. Blast It or Stash It Comics and Reviews. Drew Manchu and Lil Bauhaus are all new and recent subscribers to my channel. I'm getting close to 250. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider making a subscription to the channel. By clicking the notification bell, you'll be instantly alerted when new content is added to the channel. I'd love to know what you think about these books. Are there some of these that you've never seen before? Do you have any of these in your collection? Would you want to get them for your collection? What are you chasing? Let's dialogue about all of this stuff and more in the comment section below. And I would be remiss not to mention this before I end this video, that Sensation Comics, as I earlier mentioned, part of my top 12 list. That means I now have 10 of the 12 books that were my goals to get for back issues in 2020 already done. So 10 of 12 completed. This was the one I didn't think was going to happen at all. Feels awesome. Lots more content to come. Thank you again for spending some time with me on this video, and I look forward to visiting with you again soon. Have a great rest of your day.